Hurricane warnings are in effect for the Gulf Coast because Marco is taking aim. We also have Laura churning in the Caribbean. Good Sunday morning to you. I'm Mike Naso with the latest on hurricane season 2020 as it cranks on by. Let's get right to it. This is the latest on Marco. As of 5 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 a.m. Central, Marco was located at 23.7 north, 87.0 west, and that puts it here right in the southeastern Gulf of Mexico, and the winds are 70, so it's perched just below hurricane strength, moving north-northwest at 13. The official forecast from the National Hurricane Center brings Marco towards the north-northwest and then eventually a bend west, making landfall in southeastern Louisiana sometime on Monday, probably about midday, as a hurricane. Of course, it could be a strong tropical storm or a strong Category 1 hurricane, but there's very little difference between 70 and 75 miles an hour. Nevertheless, that necessitates hurricane warnings in effect from Morgan City, Louisiana to the mouth of Pearl River, and we also have a hurricane watch in effect from Intracoastal City over to Morgan City, and that includes Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Maurepas, and downtown New Orleans. Okay? We also have tropical storm warnings in effect from the mouth of the Pearl River to the Mississippi-Alabama border, including Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Maurepas, and Metropolitan New Orleans. Tropical storm watch, Mississippi-Alabama border to the Alabama-Florida border. So, anybody from the mid-Louisiana coast to the panhandle of Florida, get ready because by Monday you could have tropical storm conditions, high water rises, just a nasty situation. Water rise, by the way, is the big threat. This is the experimental peak surge forecast from the Hurricane Center. We do have a storm surge warning from Morgan City to Ocean Springs, including Lake Borgne, and a storm surge watch from Sabine Pass all the way over to Morgan City, as well as Ocean Springs to the Alabama-Florida border. All include Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Maurepas, and Mobile Bay. That is a large area that could see water rises. Look at this, 2 to 4 feet in Mobile Bay, possibly 4 to 6 feet in the area near Lake Borgne, and very close to Lake Pontchartrain, 2 to 4 feet as well. So again, if you're in a low-lying area and you're told to evacuate, please do so. Here's the latest infrared satellite imagery this morning. You can see Marco is bursting, and as the Hurricane Center noticed, in a very unfavorable wind shear environment. You can see that. See these clouds here getting shredded off to the northeast. So Marco's bursting. He's trying really hard. If we didn't have this wind shear, oh, forget about it. It'd be a strong hurricane. But it should be bursting enough to become a hurricane and then head generally in that direction. Again, it could strengthen and then weaken and then strengthen and then weaken. Small storms like Marco are very susceptible to big changes in intensity. Here's the hurricane model, the HMON. As of 0Z, it takes Marco right in the direction of Mobile Bay as a low-end hurricane by Monday. So again, it could make landfall as either a tropical storm or a hurricane. Right now, Category 1 is expected, so make sure your hurricane plans are ready. Now let's move out to Laura. Laura is looking pretty good today. As of 5 a.m., it was at 18.8 north, 70.9 west, winds of 45, moving west-northwest at 18, and it is forecast over the next 1, 2, 3 days to move on out into the Gulf of Mexico and have a very favorable environment for strengthening, much better than Marco has, but not before ravaging with heavy rain and gusty winds the greater Antilles of the Dominican, Haiti, and Cuba. We do have some watches and warnings out. Let me read them to you. Tropical storm warning for the north coast of the Dominican Republic, the border of Haiti, the south coast of the Dominican, the north coast of Haiti, the southeast Bahamas, Turks, Caicos Islands, and areas there along the Cuban coastline, and a tropical storm watch from the central Bahamas, including Andros, and the Florida Keys, including Florida Bay and the Dry Tortugas, and now a tropical storm watch for western Cuba, because by Tuesday morning, Laura is expected to be popping out right there into the Gulf of Mexico and then strengthening into a powerful hurricane. Right now we're thinking Category 2 by landfall on Thursday somewhere along the Louisiana coastline, and it could be anywhere from Texas on over to Mississippi. You guys be overlooking your hurricane plans for Marco, but don't stop them after Marco moves through, because we'll have Laura shortly thereafter, and that could exacerbate anything Marco does. I should note the satellite imagery. Look at this. It is bursting. It looks like Stacy Stewart from the Hurricane Center, he said, right down here appears to be the best bet. So follow the southern guidance, which is taking it in that direction over the next day or two. And this bursting here is just creating prolific rainfall, so hopefully the flood situation is not bad. I remember a couple of weeks ago with Isaias, it caused a lot of flooding in the Dominican. Nevertheless, Laura looking much better outflow in all quadrants here. It's not the ugly tropical cyclone it was the other day at all. Here's the GFS model. This is as of 0Z, and you can see it takes the system as a powerful hurricane into the Texas coastline near Sabine Pass, Houston. That would be nasty. This is the Hurricane HMON model, which has it as a strong Category 4 sometime on Thursday, approaching the central Louisiana coastline. That would be horrible. And then the HWRF model has it as a Category 4, also making landfall in the middle of Louisiana on Wednesday night. So, like I said before, giving a word to the wise, if you're in a low-lying area, make sure everything's ready to go, because you've got Marco and then Laura to deal with. This is the wind shear map, and you can see Marco here is getting shredded. See the red here? Very unfavorable. But look at the green and the favorability over Laura. I'm very impressed with the wind shear pattern that it's going to carry with it into the Gulf of Mexico, and by the time it gets there, that should be favorable, not to mention the hot waters. And look at upper-level divergence over the top of Laura. Clearly, this is causing those thunderstorms and heavy rainfall to be prolific over Hispaniola. You can see Marco's trying there, but he's struggling in the face of that wind shear. Nevertheless, we're going to keep an eye on both these systems. We'll be able to zero in on them as time goes by and tell you where we expect landfall of both storms. Now, as of this morning, Sunday morning, 2 hurricanes expected to hit the Gulf Coast of Louisiana over the next couple of days. First will come Marco, then will come Laura. So stay tuned to IPR 365 YouTube page, continuing video updates as these systems move west. I'm Mike Naso, and I'll see you guys next time with more on Marco and Laura.